mean, that was our first leverage. That was our first sort of big push. Like I said, instead of starting over every time with something new, I've got something new, you know, build a brand. So that was the whole point. So we spent a lot of time on Facebook building our Facebook page for Good Baby Black and Sexy. When I say we, it's my girlfriend who's my partner, Numa. I literally spent every day being fixated on pleasing people, you know? And we grew our page to 30,000 before we just said, okay, we got to move on to something else. So that 30,000 was a great start to go, hey, look what I have. And we started giving content. The second thing we did is reach out to people personally. It's the same thing in Kickstarter. If you don't personally reach out to people, you give them an excuse not to pay attention. So we literally asked a certain group of people to please share our stuff, please, 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 and a personal message each one, not a mass one. That's how we started. I mean, it was a churn for like 2 months. It was that kind of like grueling churn. And then I had another part. Collaborations on YouTube is the fastest way to grow your audience. Someone that already has an audience can help jumpstart your audience. And for us, that was Issa Rae. So there was somebody that I was already working with and partnering with on different collaborations. So she helped to build our audience by exposing us to her audience that was already growing and getting huge. So those three things combined really took us to, you know, above everybody else. But the content had to justify that too. You know what I mean? People had to like it. So that's part of it, obviously. And then so now, like I did before I came to this interview, it was like I have another upload is going up. So I'm having uploads going up. You create an event around it. You create anticipation. And you really communicate with your audience as a real person. And sometimes when you're messing up, things are not happening, you tell your audience, hey, this is what's happening. We're human beings. That goes so far. People don't want to hear the company line or hear like, don't worry about it. They want to hear a real person. And some people still be upset with you, but they'll appreciate that you were honest. And that's really how we've run most of our campaigns for whether it be promotion, money, and this and that. It's like, hey, we are a mom and pop shop. It's a family owned business. And it's like, we're not saying we're different or better or anything else than anything else that's out there. We're saying we are who we are, what we offer. If you like it, this is, you know, become attractive. And so, and I think really having more than one series gives people choices of what they like. People always say, oh, if you ever hear like, what is the best web series you like? Most people will name 3 and they'll name one of ours. So not everybody likes every one of ours, but they'll find something. And we're not that varied. It's have this very similar tone with each one. But it's just enough for people to feel like, oh, I come here, it's like, huh. And so it feels like it's alive, and that's what you want. You want a Facebook page that feels alive. Twitter I haven't quite figured out. I don't have the time for it, but you want a YouTube channel that feels alive. And that's just it. People are still just discovering us now, and they have so much to go through. That's gold. You know what I mean? As opposed to, here's the series. Yeah, it's cool. Oh, I didn't stop. But it's like, I'm going to go back again. That's how we have built our audience and continue to build our audience, because we're at 27,000 now, and we literally only so many people subscribe to. We don't know what the real number is, but we literally were just like, we started November 2011, and our year anniversary was a few months ago, and we literally were like, wow, this is amazing how far we've come. There's been other groups or individuals on YouTube that have gone much faster, much farther. You know what I'm saying? The only issue is they're relying on their personality. Once they get tired of personality or whatever, people get tired of them, that's all they have. They got to transition out to something else. And a lot of YouTube stars are getting on commercials on TV and finding more careers. But when they have those distractions, their YouTube channel goes down. It's like you only have so much focus. So we are the turtle that keeps steadily going because the content has longevity. You're not going to watch someone vlogging about something from 5 years ago because it's not that funny and not that interesting. It doesn't have longevity. But if you look at our series from 5 years later, it's the same if you've never seen it. This is like watching Walking Dead. Like, we just started watching Walking Dead season 1 a couple weeks ago. I've never seen it because I don't have a TV. But it still has the same validity as it would have had 3 years ago. And so that's the same model, and I think it's thinking the longevity of it. You know, and you keep building that, and press is the second part. Press is something that we're working on. It's been a little elusive for us because it's not, who are you talking about? It's like we are so behind our brand. It's not the best thing. We're trying to figure out how to get ourselves in front of the brand a lot more. Even me, like, I'm more camera shy. I don't really care to be, hey, I'll hide behind the actors and you guys get out there. But that's the other real step that I think we're missing and we're not doing too well on. But when we do get that together, it will take us so much further.